Hey everyone, today I'm going to be replacing a broken Castor block on the losi micro beak. It is on this side. Hopefully you can see it. Can't really. But yeah, it's broken, as you can see. Then the other side, is fine. Alright, so I'm going to replace them with this. God dang it. Alright, with these GPM 7075 Castor blocks in purple. So, let's go and get to it. Alright, once you got the front wheels off, or wheels and tires, which is a 5mm nut, I believe, you're going to need to pop off these two ends, one on the actual caster block, and then one on the hub carrier or steering knuckle. And then remove these two screws on the top and bottom of the hub carrier or steering knuckle. And then this pin here, which is screwed in to the arm. And then after you pull that out, the caster block should come right out. So I'll cut back once I got that done. Alright, once you got that done, it is the reverse of what you did to take it off, obviously. And since these are aluminum, you're going to need some sort of thread locker. I'm using this Loctite blue thread locker. And whenever you do screw these back in, you don't need to screw them in super tight. They actually kind of need to be slightly on the looser side, especially because these arms are plastic, so they're going to be compressing against the actual caster block and making it where it doesn't move as freely. And that's the same exact thing with these hub carriers or steering knuckles. If you screw the screws on tight or snug, I guess, it will make it where these knuckles will not turn freely. I will get a little bit more into it in a second here. I'll be back. Alright, I forgot to mention, you're obviously going to have to take off this pivot ball, if that's the right name for it. And it is a really, really freaking small size, like a whole 2.5 millimeters. So, not even what comes with the car, which is not this exact one, but it's one of these. The smallest one won't even do it. So, I'm having to use a needle nose to get this off. But if you just so happen to have the right size for it, then go, by all means, use it. Alright, I got that pivot ball on, if that's the right name for it. But like earlier, I was talking about you don't want to get these screws too tight or else these will not move very freely. So you kind of want them to be just loose enough to where they fall on their own weight. Sounds almost there. Yeah, that's about it right there. It's just a hair sticky, but you can probably run it just fine like that. you want it to fall under its own weight. And it should have a little bit of screw coming out the other side. There we go. But yeah, I should see a little bit coming out of the other side. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and I just now realized I put the thing on the wrong side. I'll be back. Alright, I got it all installed. I fixed the backwards pivot ball, and it turned, and I still put Loctite on the top and bottom screws, but it turns out, I guess this Castor block doesn't, the threads don't go as deep as the other one, so the screws actually stop at a little above the actual steering knuckle. And I still put Loctite on it just to make sure, and I was actually able to tighten it down like maybe medium snug or low snug, I guess. But it is a little tight. Without this, it does feel a little tight, but it should bed in, and it doesn't feel like super tight in your thing, but it feels just slightly tight. But it definitely fits on there very nicely. And a zero play. The only play you're seeing is in that pin. And that's where you're seeing it's in the pin. But anyways, that's pretty much going to conclude this video. The other side is literally the exact same, just, well, the other side. But that's how you install one of these. And like I said, thread locker, because this being aluminum, it doesn't have that natural grab on the screws that plastic does. So you're gonna have to use Loctite because it's, well, you know, aluminum. But anyways, see you in the next one.